Hey everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury, the channel where I show you what authentic luxury clothing and streetwear looks like. Today, we're going to be looking at this awesome, beautiful LOEWE striped sweater. Of course, this is the brand helmed by Jonathan Anderson of JW Anderson. I love his stuff and I love this piece too. So we're going to be taking a look at all the important details from the retail tag to the brand tag, care tags, everything about it. And we'll also try it on to learn a bit more about what it feels like and what the fit is like. So let's check it out. But before we get going, I've looked into it and a very tiny percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So it doesn't cost you anything. If you like the content I make, just click that subscribe button and I thank you profusely. So I think the first thing we should do is take a look at the retail tags that came with this piece. So this comes with a really interesting tag. This is different from anything I've seen before. So I think it is kind of a booklet, like it folds over here. It is perforated like that, but then it's only strung through in the top left there. There's nothing on this one at all, front or back. It is just like a matte white cardstock. The front is a little messed up here, but it does have this embossed LOEWE print there, and that's a nice glossy black, and then their logo underneath. On the inside of that, you can see the back end of that debossing there coming through. But then you also get this sticker here. So it's got your barcode, and then it's got your model number there. And under that, stripe sweater without the R, rojo ros S. Okay, so that's the, I guess, Spanish there, and then stripe sweater, red, pink. So that's the English. And then S for small at the end there. Then that is attached by this glossy black string here. And then you've got this gold piece with the LOEWE logo in there, but that's just like a plastic piece there. Nothing too special. You can kind of see the edges of the mold as you go through, but it is pretty. And that is strung through the brand tag at the back of the neck there. And then speaking of that brand tag, you can see that it is quite small, but it is a white embroidered tag, black on white. And that is stitched in the top left and top right with a single horizontal black stitch there. And you can see that that folds over, and underneath you can see the back side of that lettering from the embroidery coming through there. And then attached to that with just a clean white stitch, you've got this long piece coming out, also embroidered, it looks like, black on white, and that says Made in Italy. And on the back of that, you can see that same thing with the inverse colors, but you've also got some kind of interesting stripes on there. Next, let's take a look at the care tags inside the sweater. So these would be on your left side if you're wearing the shirt, and you can see how they're stitched in super cleanly with a white stitch, but it's very clean. You can barely see those stitches there. So first, just off to the right of the care tag, you have the size tag, and that's another embroidered tag, just a simple loop tag like you'd see on many things. That just has a small black S on it. And the care tag, it is a matte white plasticky tag, like it doesn't really fold well, like if I do that, the bend stays in it, right? So fairly thick, I guess kind of stiff. So at the top there, you've got LOEWE. Then you've got their address and information. Of course, they're owned by LVMH, so that's important to have on there. You've got some print in Japanese and Chinese. Then under there, Made in Italy in bold. 100% wool in 3 languages. Exclusive of decoration. Washing symbols. Some Japanese, and then some various numbers. And that is all you get. The back is completely blank there. So now let's take a look at a couple of the important details of this sweater. So the collar is ribbed, as you can see here. It's really nice, super soft. I'm guessing this is virgin wool here. But the hem and sleeves are not really ribbed. They're just these sort of short hems, maybe a ½ an inch in width. And if you look to the back of the sweater, if you look up top there, you have an embroidered LOEWE logo there in green. So that logo, it falls right around at the halfway point of this black panel here, right under the rib neckline. And you can see how clean that embroidery is, how the pieces really don't touch. So each one of these L's, these 4 L's, looks like it was done individually. And then if we look at that from the inside of the sweater, you can see there's no white guide or anything there. It was all done by hand, and the inside of it looks almost as good as the outside. So now that we've checked everything out, let's try it on to see how it feels and see how it fits. So the fabrication of this sweater is super soft, really nice and thin. I'm guessing a virgin wool, merino wool, something like that. As for the fit, it's kind of an interesting one. So the sleeves definitely feel like a true to size small, like they hit just at the perfect place on the wrist for a size small in my opinion. But then the body, it's a little more drapey and flowy, which is really interesting. It has a very kind of Spanish European vibe to it, and I just really like the way that super soft wool just falls off my body in the perfect way. So I am really into this. The fit is interesting, it's different, and it's just not like your average sweater. Like, the proportions are obviously very carefully considered and very intentional, and I would expect no less from Jonathan Anderson. So that is how you tell the difference between a real and a fake LOEWE sweater. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.